everybody. Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. All right. Today we're going to talk about good spirits versus evil spirits. I just like to remind you that because we're going into the Thanksgiving holiday and then just the holiday season, I decided this year to adopt a family. And I really wanted to help this family in some way, and it be really from the channel to them. And I'm going to need your help. So I'm asking, but whatever you give, I plan to match it so that I can give them something nice for the holiday. There's a lot of people out here who don't even have a place to live, much less food to eat. And I just felt like I wanted to help someone this holiday. So, I'm going to ask you to donate the price of a cup of coffee, you know? And if you can't do that, $1, because everything helps. And just remember, giving purifies the soul. Whatever you give, the universe is going to give back to you tenfold. So give with love and help me to help a family have a nice holiday. Now, to get us started, I did pull a short video. Let's watch this video, and we have a letter. Then we're going to read the letter and dive right into this issue. Good spirits versus evil spirits. Here we go.
And I want to say to those who have genuine hearts and genuine spirits that people who have evil and conniving spirits will never understand the person that you are. Matter of fact, they try to do reverse psychology and make you seem like you are the worst person in the world because that's how they see you through their lens, because they're not healed and they allow themselves to be used by evil spirits.
Now let's dive right to this letter. There's a lot of talk about evil spirits. Are there good spirits? Do they guide and protect us? How do we know if it is a good spirit that is guiding us? How do we attract them? Or tell if someone has a good spirit? Okay, all right, let's look at it. The good spirits. Good spirits are benevolent, light-filled beings aligned with divine order, truth, and love. They serve to guide, protect, uplift, heal, and bring wisdom. They operate under universal and divine laws and respect your free will. All right? Which means that these spirits don't intervene in your life unless you invite them. Okay? They don't just come in and think that they know best for you. They don't help unless you invite them to come help you. Okay? All right. Their common characteristics are they radiate peace, calm, warmth, and light. So everything is on the positive. This is how you know if a good spirit is with you. Communicate gently, never forcefully. All right? So a person with this spirit, that's how they will communicate with you, with a gentle tone, not a forceful tone. All right? Because, some people, they try to intimidate you with their tone. That is not a good spirit. Inspire positive emotions like hope, love, faith, and forgiveness. They never demand worship or control. They encourage self-awareness. Now listen, that's a good one, but I'm going to say it again. They never demand worship or control. They encourage self-awareness. All right, so, even with that statement, you can tell the difference between religion and spirituality. Okay? All right. Their presence often feels peaceful, comforting, and pure. All right. This is how you can tell if somebody has a good spirit. Okay. Some examples of these good spirits, the energy of these good spirits. In Christianity, it's the angels, the archangels like Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and the Holy Spirit. Okay, that's in Christianity. Uh, in the metaphysical, which is spiritual, the ascended masters, spirit guides, higher dimensional beings of light. All right, so when you hear uh, a spiritualist, some of the terms that they use, like my spirit guides or things like that. If you are Christian, but then you relate angels to that. Okay, it's just the term that relates to the same higher being. In some traditions, folks worship their ancestors, and benevolent ancestors act as protectors and teachers when aligned with love and truth. Okay? All right. Now, who's in charge? In Christianity, God, the Creator, is supreme, with the Archangel Michael, the chief protector against dark forces. In the metaphysical system, the spiritual world, is the higher self or divine source governs the hierarchy of light beings. Okay? The divine source. In Africa or indigenous traditions, benevolent ancestral spirits and guardian deities under the supreme creator, like Oldemare, God, or the Great Spirit. All right. All right. Now let's look at the evil spirits. Evil spirits are lower vibrational entities that exist in opposition to divine light. They feed on fear, confusion, anger, and human weaknesses. Their aim is to drain energy, cause division, and lead souls away from truth and love. Their common characteristics, all right, people that are carrying these characteristics, it's an evil spirit. Bring in fear, anxiety, confusion, or heaviness. So if you're with people and and they just talking fear, things for you to be afraid of. Sometimes they can rattle off about 5 things in a few minutes of things that you need to be fearful of. And that's their whole conversation. That's an evil spirit to get you in that state of mind and to keep you there. All right. This helps you realize what type of spirits that you are dealing with on a daily basis. Okay. Now, another evil spirit whispers thoughts of doubt, temptation, or destruction. So if you ever at the office and some married man comes along trying to tempt you, yeah, that's evil. Yep. Thrive in environments of hate, addiction, or emotional chaos. All right. So these evil spirits, believe me, if you happen to be with anybody who shows these characteristics, you're dealing with evil spirits. Manipulate emotions to create dependency, guilt, or shame. Sometimes they mimic good spirits to deceive, but their outcomes always leads to negativity. All right. So see, they can't They can't transmute any energy. Is evil all the way to the core, but they can mimic or make you believe that they're there for the good, and they're not. They're just there to take advantage of you, and you will find a lot of these types uh, in leadership, pulpits, platforms where they have a large following, or they have be large, just a following of people. Just be careful. Uh, if you watch what they say and don't be taken in by the emotions that's usually in those crowds. Sometimes you can just go in and the spirit there just can just take you over. Before you know it, you're going along with something that you have no real idea of what it is. So you have to be careful of that. All right. And that this is the way that this spirit works. It deceives you, but it always comes out on the negative end because it is about destruction. And that does describe the narcissist. And it causes people to feel spiritually cold, restless, and off. It just makes you feel off balance. Okay? All right. Now, the Christians call these spirits demons, fallen angels, or unclean spirits that serve Satan or darkness. Now, in the spiritual world, it's lower frequency entities or earthbound souls that have not crossed into the light. Indigenous traditions, trickster spirits, or dark ancestral energies disconnected from balance. All right. Now, who's in charge? In the Christian world, it's Satan or Lucifer, a fallen angel who rebelled against God. That's in charge. So anything evil that happens in the Christian world, they blame the devil for it. Satan did it. So if they do anything in their lives that's off, they never take ownership of it. The devil made me do it. They'll put that evil spirit. Okay, here we go. In the spiritual world, it's the lower astral realm. Because in the astral world, there are layers. I can talk a little bit about that. There are layers. And these dark energies are at the lowest realm. So the higher realms are the more benevolent spirits in the higher realms. Okay, just like the chakras, the very lowest chakra is about the low vibrational energies, and really that's what this is. The folkloric systems, they're dark entities or shadow entities that exist outside divine law, but are still subject to universal justice or light. Okay, in real life, you can pretty much tell whether a person is carrying a good spirit or an evil spirit by the works they do, by the words that come out of their mouths, by the way that they carry themselves. You can pretty much tell whether it's a good spirit or not. But some of them they can fool you, because I know with the narcissist he's good at fooling you. Okay, it may take a little more time to peel back that onion, but all in all, you can kind of steer away from people that are carrying an evil spirit. And these are people who like drama. They stir up drama. They're looking for drama. Drama is what they're feeding on. Well, that's an evil spirit that's feeding on that. An angelic spirit or a good spirit is looking for light, truth, love, happiness, not drama. And that's why I say stop watching the news, because you see, that is televised programming. That's what TV is. Televised programming. You have been programmed since you came out of your mom. You have been programmed to be who you are today. Okay? But you are really much more than what you have been led to believe. And just making a few tweaks in your life can open your eyes to a lot of greater information that you are not aware of. Okay? Yes, you can attract these evil spirits to yourself. Yes, you can. By the thoughts you think, the words that you say, by the emotions that you carry from guilt, blame, revenge, hate, things like that, that invites the evil spirit to come on in and take over. And you'll go deeper and deeper, and it'll fester and fester and fester. You don't want to go there. Because remember, the spirit, you feel some comfort when the spirit comes in and gives you energy around this drama. You feel some comfort in that, and that's what keeps you going. And if you find someone who agrees with you, well, then that's more energy. But it's still a dark spirit that's got you all going, and it's looking to recruit others to get in on the action. You see, good spirits seek light, truth, love, understanding, communication. That's the positive spirit. So if you're with somebody who's not on that page, but then you can tell he's fostering an evil spirit. And it may not be the kind of evil that you can see right away. It may be something laying dormant that may spring its ugly head at any time. But I would say just be weary. A person who is pessimistic all the time, I question that. They always looking on the dark side of life, of anything, always. I do think that that's an evil spirit, making them feel justified in feeding that spirit. It's making them feel justified, so that's why they keep it up. You see? And if they come along and they find anybody who agrees with them, that there's more energy for the spirit. But these are evil spirits. I hope that you understand the message today, and I really hope that it helps someone. Now, those of you who may have a question that you'd like for me to answer, my email address is in the description. And if you're looking for today's affirmation, the link is also in the description. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments and your letters. And a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. And remember, your donations will go to help my adopted family. I wish you all the very best and happiness, and I really hope to see you next time.